did say yesterday that you never had any political post. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
You were the Chief of Army Staff for about 4 years?
3 years.
3 years. As the Chief of Army Staff, you were in the Provisional Ruling Council.
Yes.
That body performed legislative and executive functions in Nigeria. Are you aware of that?
Well, I was performing my military duties as the Chief of Army Staff, the head of the Army.
To the military?
Yes.
But you were also sitting on the PRC?
In a military government?
Yes, in a military government. And that body was the body making laws for the country at the material time?
I'm not sure we're making laws.
So those draconian decrees...
We were not making laws.
Good.
No.
Those decrees were never discussed in your council meetings?
Most of them were made by the Minister of Justice, headed by a civilian.
Signed by the head of state?
Possibly, yes.
But you are aware that under the law at the material time, the PRC was the legislative body, or you are not aware?
We were the Provisional Ruling Council.
Yeah.
We never made laws.
Good.
Right.
Now, but you were also carrying out the major policies for the country. You discussed major policies for the country.
Well, I don't know what you mean by...
Political transition program for the country under General Abacha.
Yes.
Under General Abubakar, the PRC also discussed political transition program for Nigeria.
Yes, we did.
And laws were made to carry out these policies that had to do with politics.
I want to repeat, we were not involved in making laws.
Okay, but you were involved in the policy making process. Good. Now, you were also discussing the budget of the country. It was brought to council.
No, that was a business for the Council of Ministers.
Yes.
Not PRC.
It was never approved by the PRC, the budget of the country.
No.
Now, if a body was making policies for a country, will you say that was a pure military affair?
Well, yes, as far as I'm concerned, I held my post as the Chief of Army Staff.
Yes.
And that was it.
Yeah. In the hierarchy of power, you had the head of state and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. You had his deputy, chief of general staff. You had the chief of defense staff. You were number 4 in the hierarchy.
We never had a deputy.
I beg your pardon?
There was no deputy.
There was the chief of general staff.
Fine.
Who was the vice chairman of the Provisional Ruling Council.
Right.
So he was the deputy of the deputy.
But if you say so, militarily, I would not say that.
Good. Now, during that period that you were chief of army staff, were you aware of reports in several newspapers in the country and magazines linking the military with terrorist acts in the country? Terrorist acts in the country.
You see, I don't take newspaper publications for anything because I have been a victim.
Okay.
I'm sure you are aware that I've just been told I had a confession.
Unfortunately.
So.
Yeah, but are you aware, General, that Nigerian citizens were being killed on the street? There were bomb incidents in different parts of the country. There are cases of disappearances of journalists and other Nigerians. Are you aware of these incidents at that time?
They've always been a continuous thing. They are still happening now.
No, at that time, we'll come to what happens now. Please, General.
Yes, I read them in the newspapers, but I didn't believe them.
Yeah. Now, you didn't believe that Madam Kudirat was killed on the street of Lagos? Do you know that?
She was killed and the man who killed her has confessed.
Yeah. Now, and the man who killed her, that is Rogers, I guess?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Rogers has linked you with some of the killings he did?
He never did.
He linked you with the attempted murder of Ibru?
He did not.
Rogers?
He did not.
Are you aware that Rogers...
My Lord, the matters council is leaving the evidence in our matters.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my Lord, but you can't be talking about cases which are in court, my Lord.
Is this an adversary proceeding?
It's not, my Lord. These cases are in court, my Lord. I'm just reminding your Lordship.
My Lord, sorry, my Lord, I think this matter has been tendered. The issue of Kudirat's death has been tendered by the witness himself in Dia's case, so he cannot now complain about it. being in cross-examinations.
General Bamaiyi has not complained. He is prepared to answer questions put to him by witness. Whether Alex Ibru, Kudirat, whoever, put the questions to him.
My Lord, sir. And why this is particularly important, sir?
Now, I was asked to let counsel know that there is a section 10. That's all. I won't go further than that.
Yes, sir. Now, good.
So you have to be an engineer too.
Police engineer. Now, General, Mr. Roger